first World Heritage Site in Rajasthan covers a series of 6 hill forts spread across much of the state. For our visit, we opted for the Amber Fort just outside the city of Jaipur. Located on a hilltop, this enormous complex is a combination of fortress and palace. Although there's been a fort on the site since about the 10th century, most of the current complex was built during the 16th and 17th centuries by the local Rajput rulers. The fort itself is massive, with a large series of audience halls, palace chambers, ceremonial gateways and courtyards, temples and pavilions too. And the decoration is just sublime. There are flowery Arabic and Persian-inspired motifs running across a lot of the structures, but there's a classically Indian style to it as well. The whole effect is absolutely stunning, and it takes most of a day really to see and appreciate the whole structure. Next up is an unusual World Heritage Site, a classical observatory known as the Jantar Mantar. It's a collection of 19 astronomical instruments built by King Jai Singh II in the early 18th century. The instruments are mostly built of stone and marble on a fairly large scale actually, to enable really good accuracy, and it also includes the world's tallest stone sundial, which is accurate to within about 2 seconds, if you can believe that. Other instruments there are used to calculate things like the position and the movement of stars, predict eclipses, signs of the zodiac, changing of seasons, and there's even a sort of rudimentary world clock too, which is seriously cool. It's actually a really interesting spot, and it's fascinating to just spend a few hours wandering around and thinking about all the instruments there. It's very cool. Keoladeo National Park is considered one of the most important bird sanctuaries in all of India, possibly even in the world. Every year, thousands of migrating birds, mostly water birds, flock here during the winter, an incredible spectacle that attracts hundreds of different species. We spent a really atmospheric, foggy morning cycling around the wetlands, where we saw all sorts of different birds. Storks and pelicans, ducks and egrets, kingfishers, cranes, cormorants, and many others. Now, one thing we actually found really interesting about the area is that the wetlands are man-made. They were originally created in the early 18th century with a system of canals and dams altering the flow of nearby rivers. This turned what was part of the local flat desert land into a wetland and into a haven for birds. Fascinating. Although not technically a current World Heritage Site, the Pink City of Jaipur is a tentative World Heritage Site, and it'll be voted on at the World Heritage Conference in 2019. India has nominated the centre of Jaipur for the World Heritage List due to what's known as the Pink City area, the historic core of the city where all of the buildings are painted in a pale shade of pink. Apparently, pink is the colour of hospitality in Jaipur, and the buildings were painted this colour in honour of the Prince of Wales, who visited Jaipur in 1876, and they've just kept on doing it since then, which is really cool. The most impressive building here in the Pink City is easily the Hawa Mahal, or the Palace of the Winds, with its huge and intricately designed pink and white facade.